Hey tubes, this is Moreman 82 here. This is a different video. Um, about furnaces, specifically oil-fired furnaces like this one. Right here, it's decided to act up there today. I know nothing about furnaces at all, so I looked up a few quick YouTube videos on how to fix it, and I think I know what the problem is. So this is my contribution back to YouTube for helping me on making a video on this specific problem. This furnace is 19 years old. Doesn't look it. Looks pretty new. The problem was it would turn on, fire up, and it would stop after about a minute, 45 seconds to a minute. Now, with cold weather coming, like really cold weather in minus 17s, for Friday evening, besides the wind chill factor, we can't get a furnace tech out here until Friday, and I want to see if if I can fix it myself. Save myself a little bit of money, because a furnace call for a technician is probably at least $100 plus tax in this area anyway. So the problem specifically with this, before I start, I went ahead and turned off the breaker, because when I turn the breaker off, when you're working on something like this, because there's a lot of current going in here, the ignition system is electric, and everything else is electric, the fan and things like that, and the circuit box right there. So turn off your breaker before you actually even touch this. Now, the way it works is that there's a reset button here that kept popping up after 45 seconds, and you'd press it, it would start, it would run, it would pop this again. Now, these types of furnaces have an called a CAD reader, or a sensor, which is connected to here. Screws right there, which goes inside of here, that senses the light from the fire. Now, if it does not sense the light within 45 seconds, it thinks something is wrong, so it'll turn off the furnace, even if the temperature has not reached the desired level. So the sensor's in here, and the main problem with the sensor, it's similar to a sensor for the outdoor lights, like motion sensor. There's like a little eye there, and since it's inside the burner system here, if there's a lot of carbon that builds on top of it, it won't be able to read. Now, I think this is the problem with this furnace. Same symptoms. They also talked about the relay, which is same thing as a relay in the lawn tractor, where two connections, if there's applied current to two poles, the connection is made and the current is allowed to flow. Now, hopefully it's not a relay, because the relay is in here and I can't really do that. I'll have to wait for a tech to come in, but let's see if we can fix it. So you start out by loosening these two screws, either with depending on your furnace. This is decided to use a nut driver because it's easier. Unloosen these, loosen these, I should say. Take these tabs off like that, and then this box here should just flip over. Bingo. So there you go. So this is the eye here. These are the rods, I should say, where the current and the ignition is done in there. And then these are the module that applies the current to that. Now what we'll do is see if this thing needs a cleaning. I'll turn that, try to see if I can't turn that. Take that out. Kind of hard to hold with one hand, but there we go. Now, let's see this thing. Now, there's the eye there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try to focus there. There. It's essentially just a window with a bunch of lines in it, and it senses the light from the fire. Now, hopefully this is the case. So what we will do, any kind of cleaning product you have, I'm using a little bit of choke cleaner, but anything that you may have, nail polish, a little bit of aerosol. Now refrain from spraying any of that in there, because this vaporizes and this way it works is it ignites, the oil is sent through here, and it blows, the blower blows it in that direction. So you don't want anything coming back to you. So just take some of this stuff here, which is just regular choke cleaner. I happen to have choke cleaner. Grab a rag, if I can find out where my rag is. Grab a rag, spray a little bit of that on it, and if I can set this up here, see better. Okay. What you'll do is you'll just rub. Try to anyway. You might have to use this and try to stick that in here and clean off, see if there's any kind of gunk on there. You can try to put your rag in there, twist it around a bit. Make sure you have a clean rag. You don't want to scratch it all up. Now this one looks fairly clean. I'm just wondering if it's going to be that's going to be the problem. So you put this back, push this all the way. Now it says in the video to make sure that it's centered so it's towards the light, so it can actually detect the light. Okay. Flip it back in, so there's a sensor there. Flip it back over. Put these tabs back, like that. Open that driver. Do it with one hand. Tighten them down, make sure it doesn't fall over. No. Alright. Now, reset button's pressed. Everything looks good. Temperature is pretty low in the furnace. It usually runs between 150 and 180. And this furnace is also used for our hot water. So, all right. Make sure the connections are good there. Seem to be. We'll see if that's pushed down. We'll see it go to the panel. Panel's open like this because we're doing renovations and we're having a lot of stuff added to it, so it's normally not like this. But there's number 8. Flick it on. Anyway, I hope this helps. Anybody out there, if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time.